roses fall in the rain, in the rain. She walks the streets where memories remain, holding on to words she can't explain. Every heartbeat feels heavy with pain, but she keeps moving on, keeps moving on. Raindrops fall like tears she used to hide, tracing stories from the storms inside. She lifts her face as the world collides, searching for a place to breathe. And she feels a fragile hope beneath the ache, and she knows some things bloom even when they break. She's like roses in the rain, soft and strong through every pain, falling down, but she remains, growing where the shadows fade. Roses in the rain, she learns to rise again. She carries scars she never meant to show, traces of a love she can't let go. But even wounded hearts can slowly grow. She's learning who she is tonight, learning who she is tonight. The storm around her whispers her name, telling her she's not the one to blame. Every tear becomes a burning flame that lights her path again. And she feels a strength she never thought was hers, and she knows she's more than all her hurt. She's like roses in the rain, soft but strong through every pain, falling down, but she remains, growing where the shadows fade. Roses in the rain, she learns to rise again. Let the storm fall down, let the past unwind. She's done letting sorrow draw the lines. With trembling hands she lifts her eyes. I'm still here and I'm alive. Heart once shattered in the cold, now blooms beneath the stories told. She's finding pieces she let go. She's finding her soul. Roses grow still blooming through the pain. There's a storm inside, whispering my name. She hides her fears beneath a quiet smile, walking roads that stretch for endless miles. Every memory stacked up in fragile piles that she carries alone, carries alone. Her voice trembles in the fading light, fighting shadows she's too tired to fight. But even broken wings can touch the night when the heart refuses to fall. And she feels a trembling fire deep in her soul. And she knows she's reaching for something she lost long ago. There's a whisper storm inside her heart, soft but strong enough to tear apart the walls she built when she fell too hard. She's rising from the silence in the dark, the whisper storm inside is calling her to live again. She once believed she'd never stand again, lost in echoes of what might have been. But even quiet hearts can learn to mend. She's finding her truth tonight. The wind is shifting as she takes a breath, letting go of what weighed on her chest. She's finally choosing her own steps with the courage she can't deny. And she feels a power she thought she'd never find. And she knows she's not afraid of the storm inside. There's a whisper storm inside her heart, soft but strong enough to tear apart the walls she built when she fell too hard. She's rising from the silence in the dark, the whispered storm inside is calling her to live again. Let the thunder speak, let the raindrops fall. She's done pretending she's too small. Her voice grows louder through it all. I won't break anymore. Through every tear she refused to cry, through every truth she tried to deny. She's learning now how to feel alive, how to stand out of flight. Storm inside, soft but wild, tearing open all I hide. She breathes in deep, lifts her eyes, letting strength replace her cries. The whisper storm becomes her guide. There's a whisper storm inside her heart, soft but strong enough to tear apart the walls she built when she fell too hard. She's rising from the silence in the dark, the whisper storm inside is calling her to live again. A whispered storm that lights her way, turning night into silver day. She walks through fire but doesn't sway. She's stronger than the pain she faced. The whispered storm inside finally sets her free. Ooh. her free. Storm inside, still whispering, still guiding me home. She wakes up to another quiet day, holding dreams that slip too far away. Her trembling hands still try to pray for love she couldn't say, couldn't save. Every whisper echoes in her mind, every memory frozen in time. But she keeps walking through the fragile lines, searching for a spark again. And she feels the fire she buried long ago, and she knows it's time to let the ember show. Inside her burning velvet heart, a flame still dances in the dark, soft as a whisper, fierce as a spark. She's rising from the ashes of her scars. Her burning velvet heart is glowing once again. She once believed every word he said, now they echo like ghosts in her head. The broken pieces don't mean she's dead. She just learned how to feel, learned how to feel. She steps into the wind with steady breath, fighting shadows she once thought were death. And though her soul is tender underneath, her strength begins to reveal. tears once drowned her, now they help her stand. The fire she feared now rests in her hands. She's learning who she is again. Inside her burning velvet heart, a flame still dances in the dark, soft as a whisper, fierce as a spark. She's rising from the ashes of her scars. Her burning velvet heart is glowing once again. Burning velvet heart inside her chest, healing all the wounds she once suppressed. She walks through darkness, glowing bright, a warrior born from endless nights. Her burning velvet heart finally beats in peace. Finally beats in peace. Let it burn. Her velvet heart returns. She walked through the silence of an empty room, where shadows whisper stories of a fading truth. Her trembling hands still reach for the moon. Though the night feels far, the night feels far. Fragments of the past still haunt her eyes, memories wrapped in quiet lies. But she keeps standing through the cries, learning who she really is. Broken wings still carry me, still carry me. She lifts her eyes toward the sky, feeling strength replace the cry. She knows she has to try. With the broken wings of yesterday, she still tries to fly through the pain, falling down but not erased. She rises through the scars she made. Broken wings of yesterday can't keep her on the ground. Broken wings that once held her back now guide her down a brand new path. She walks through fire but doesn't crack. She's found the strength she used to lack. Broken wings of yesterday finally let her fly. Ooh, finally let her fly. Broken wings can still fly, can still fly tonight. I feel the shadows rising, softly curling in my chest. A spark ignites within me, a flame I cannot suppress. The night surrounds in silence, yet I'm burning all inside. Every heartbeat whispers gently, pulling me toward the light. Falling into quiet fire, losing all my fear and desire. I keep trembling, I keep yearning for the warmth that heals the scars. Falling into quiet fire, burning softly in the dark. Your memory is a as I walk through quiet dreams. Your voice is like a shadow flowing gently through the seams. The wind carries your memory like a whisper on my skin. I follow every heartbeat, hoping it might lead to you. Soft echoes of the night calling me through silver light. I keep waiting, I keep reaching for warmth that feels like home. Soft echoes of the night tell me I'm not alone. The silence grows around me like a tide that pulls me slow. Your name drifts through the darkness in a tone I used to know. I try to chase the meaning of a love we couldn't hold. I listen to the stillness, hoping it will speak of you. Soft echoes of the night calling me through silver light. I keep waiting, I keep reaching for a warmth that feels like home. Soft echoes of the night tell me I'm not alone. If I close my eyes and breathe, I can feel you near again. Like a dream I can't awaken. You're the calm within the pain. Soft echoes of the night pull me gently toward the light. I keep dreaming, I keep holding to the love you left behind. Soft echoes of the night still whisper in my moving on. The shadow follows like an old friend, a quiet story that will never end. She looks up and whispers, her face as the thunder grows, feeling something deeper than the sorrow she knows. A spark inside her slowly glows, a whisper saying her name. And the night feels like a mirror she can't escape, and her heart beats like a drum she cannot break. Echoes of her midnight, calling through the dark, reaching for the fire buried in her heart. She's breaking but she's standing, torn but still alive, searching for the strength to rise again tonight. Echoes of her midnight still calling her home. She calling her home. She closes her eyes and feels the world fall away, hearing the truth she was too afraid to say. I'm stronger than the shadows haunting me. Let the rain pour down, let the night unfold, let her tears become stories untold. She's learning how to breathe again. She's learning how to feel again. Ooh, let the midnight echo guide her through the storm. Whispering hearts, lonely nights, she's finding her way through fading lights. Every scar, every cry becomes the reason she'll rise. Echoes of her midnight, calling through the dark, reaching for the fire buried in her heart. She's breaking but she's standing, torn but still alive, searching for the strength to rise again tonight. Echoes of her midnight still calling her home. Echoes of her midnight echo through her soul, leading her to places she thought she'd never go. She's rising from the silence, glowing in the night, finding every piece of who she lost inside. Echoes of her midnight finally bring her home. Ooh, finally bring her home. Midnight echo, still calling, still calling her home. There's a whisper in the smoke tonight, a fading glow beneath the light. She stands alone against the flame, with burning dreams she couldn't tame. Her footsteps echo in the dust, a quiet strength, a breaking trust. She holds her heart through rising heat, a fragile truth beneath her feet. And every spark she tried to hide comes alive in the dark of night. The fire grows, she can't turn back. She's standing on her own at last. Her voice in the fire, calling through the path of glowing scars, a trail of ash beneath the stars. The memories try to pull her down, but she won't let them make her drown. Her trembling hands begin to warm, a phoenix breathing through the storm. She'll face the heat, she'll face the pain to find herself again. And every spark she tried to hide comes alive in the dark of night. The fire grows, she can't turn back. She's finally choosing her own path. Her voice in the fire, calling through the burning sky. Every broken piece she carried learns again to fly. In the flames she's rising higher, through the hurt and through the fire. No one else can drown her choir. She's alive, her voice in the fire. She was silent for too long, lost her rhythm, lost her song. Now her heartbeat shakes the ground. Now her truth is coming loud, and the world will finally hear every cry she hid in fear. Now she sings it with desire. Her voice reborn in fire. Her voice in the fire, calling through the burning sky. Every broken piece she carried learns again to fly. In the flames she's rising higher, through the hurt and through the fire. No one else can drown her choir. She's alive, her voice in the fire. Let it burn, let it shine. Her voice in the fire. Still alive, still I hear your quiet footsteps walking through my fading dream. Your shadow softly lingers like a memory I can't release. The night is cold and empty, but your warmth still pulls me. Every breath becomes a tremble, every thought returns to you. Whispers beneath my heart, calling out your name in the dark. I keep falling, I keep hoping for a light to guide me back. Whispers beneath my heart echo softly where you left your mark. I trace the broken moments through the spaces you once filled. Your voice remains inside me like a fire that won't stay still. I reach for fading sunlight I keep dreaming, I keep reaching for a love that won't depart. Whispers beneath my heart, all the pieces of my aching soft like the fading glow of memories in the rain. Every step I take still leads me back to you, like shadows of the past that never fade from view. I try to let you go, but the night keeps pulling me back into the places where whispers in the midnight sky, calling out your name tonight. Every star reminds me why I still dream you're by my side. Though the world keeps turning slow and the winds of time still blow, I can't escape the reason why. I hear you in the midnight sky. A fire deep within. Even in the silence, you're the song I can't erase. A melody of love that time cannot replace. I try to walk away, but my heart won't let me flee. You're the ghost of every dream that still lives inside me. Whispers in the midnight sky, calling out your name tonight. Every star reminds me why I still dream you're by my side. Though the world keeps turning slow and the winds of time still blow, I can't escape the reason why. I hear you in the midnight sky. Maybe someday I'll learn to finally let you go, but tonight the moonlight sings a truth I've always known. Whispers in the midnight sky, calling out your name tonight. Even though we said goodbye, I still feel you deep inside. Every memory, every sigh. is growing quiet and the streets are turning cold. I'm walking through the memories we made when we were bold. Your laughter in the distance still echoes like a flame, a light that burns so brightly now only shadows say your name. I try to hold the pieces of the things we used to be. But time keeps moving forward and it's pulling you from me. Fading lights of yesterday, slowly drifting far away. Every moment slips like rain, falling through my hands again. I still feel you in the gray, where the winds of longing stay. But all that's left of us today are fading lights of yesterday. We stood beneath the sunrise with our hearts so open wide, believing every heartbeat would forever stay aligned. But promises get broken and seasons always change. Now I'm left with empty echoes in a world that feels so strange. I reach into the silence just to find a trace of you. Time I call your name, it fades into the blue. Fading lights of yesterday, slowly drifting far away. Every moment slips like rain, falling through my hands again. I still feel you in the gray, where the winds of longing stay. But all that's left of us today are fading lights of yesterday. If time could stop us turning, I'd go back to where we were. But all I have are memories that whisper without a word. Fading lights of yesterday, softly glowing as they fade. Though the night will pass someday, your shadow always seems to stay in every dream that comes my way. You shine in quiet shades of gray, but all we were has slipped away. Like fading lights of yesterday. Lonely stars begin to hide. Her trembling heart beats soft inside, afraid of what she feels, afraid of what she feels. The moonlight falls across her face, begins to glow, reflecting strength she didn't know. She feels her inner light start to show. She's ready to let go. Becomes a friend again, a quiet place to find her strength. She breathes and stands within its range. She walks through a memory, she tried to forget it. Echoes promise to the the ghost of his voice lingers like regret, fading still alive. She stir her heartbeat slow in the evening air, holding the weight of a love unfair. But even broken souls learn to repair. She's finding her own light again, and she feels a trembling truth beneath the pain, and she knows she can rise through it again. From the shadows of a silent love, she's learning how to breathe above the hurt that kept her trapped enough to lose the voice she once dreamed of. Shadows of a silent love still whisper in her bones. She held on tight to a fading flame, believing forever would stay the same. But yesterday's fire doesn't carry blame, it just teaches her to grow. She looks ahead through the gentle night, feeling her pulse regain its fight. And though the tears blur every side, she's stronger than she knows, and she feels the courage rising deep inside, and she knows she'll outgrow the hurt she hides. From the shadows of a silent love, she's learning how to breathe it shifts in quiet mood. From the shadows of a silent love, she's learning how to breathe above the hurt that kept her trapped enough to lose the voice she once dreamed of. Shadows of a silent love still whisper in her bones. Let the shadows slowly fade away, replaced by light of a brighter day. She walks ahead with truth that stays. She's stronger than her yesterdays. Shadows of a silent love no longer hold her down. No longer hold her down. Silent love, your shadow's gone. I move on tonight. Walk the roads we used to trace, empty nights and endless space. Your shadow lingers in my mind, a wild soul you left behind. The city lights don't feel the same, every corner calls your name. I keep moving just to breathe, but your memory never leaves. I try to tame this fire, but it burns through every truth. I'm losing my desire, living well without you. I'm a wild soul without you, running through the dark, chasing the truth. Nothing left but scars to guide me through. This world is cold, but I'm still bold. A wild soul without you. Yeah, it collapsed beneath my skin, a war I know I'll never win. Every heartbeat shakes the night, searching for a fading light. I try to fill the empty space, but no one fits the shape you trace. Still I rise, though torn apart, holding fire in my heart. I try to tame this fire, but it burns through every truth. I'm losing my desire, living well without you. I'm a wild soul without you. Still wild, wild soul without you.